never forget the price China paid for its freedom.
Hello guys, hello and welcome to another week of World War Wednesday.
Yeah, and I'm back.
Yes, Dan is back here.
Woo.
And well, we welcome you back.
Thank you.
So, well, we're doing something kind of special today since it's not, well, many days left until...
It's release next Thursday, so...
Exactly, so...
we figured we should go through all the features
and
see how that goes.
Oh, we have 1 hour on it, that's likely.
Yeah, I'll see how it goes, because I also promised the dev diary today covering all the features as a recap. Turns out I've written half of it, but it's a bunch of pages.
It's only like 7 pages.
I'll finish that after this. But it turns out it's quite a lot of work.
Yes, so should we just... We don't have any spare time.
So let's go.
What's the first thing we should look at?
Okay, so I figure we can take the focus trees last. We looked at them
we have gone around, we have played a couple nations. I think that makes sense.
Let's just go like, hey, chain of command.
Chain of command, okay.
Jump straight in.
So, the difference between now and before. So, hello Germany, let's go and check in the chain of command we have with you.
Yep.
Remember to save your army template, Daniel. Shut up. I did save it, the rehost removed it. Just throwing it out there. I have video proof on that.
Yeah,
so,
Botswana will live on. Sorry, I spoiled the trailer. I promised I wouldn't spoil it. Okay, yeah, so chain of command is part of the Cornflakes patch. So this is something everybody is going to get, if you own the expansion or not, but I hope you get the expansion anyway. So what we're doing is that you now can have field marshals in command of armies, in command of generals who command armies, essentially. Giving you a 1 extra level of bonuses.
Half.
So
they gain half of the bonuses, right?
Yes, half of the bonus of that. Can you assign some peoples?
Yes, setting up everything as I did actually earlier today.
Excellent.
We finally had some time to actually just, well...
Give them a, while we're at it, give the army a cool icon as well, so we can show that. Now you're jumping ahead here, sir.
Okay, sorry. Let's not pick anything then.
Yeah.
There we go, then we're gonna assign, let's see, I want this guy to have half that order, this guy to have half that one, then we assign you over here.
Oh, you do it like that. You know, if you assign the commander thing first, he's just gonna spread out the orders.
Yeah, but
and then you can tweak them afterwards.
I like to have a bit more personal control. But we can take, let's see. I would actually pick this guy to do this guy to do that. So that's just setting up my army 1, then we jump over to army 2, and we're gonna assign some other guys right here. I like Kluge right there, and we can actually show it off.
Might be worth to point out that you do organize theaters by your armies as well now, but the theaters are basically, they don't really have a gameplay thing, it's just for organization.
Yeah,
so
it's just me.
You can do however you like.
Yeah.
I like to do Pike Continent when I play like something like UK, for example.
And
so
then let's see, we can give these.
Yeah, this is a new thing. This is in the expansion. At least the...
let's actually go through the list you had and not me just generally doing stuff.
It's gigantic. No, I figured you can show it. I'll check it off the list.
Okay.
So you can pick icons, and this depends a little bit on the country you have for your armies and stuff like that. If you want something that isn't just a color, you can do that. And so you can write GG easy now if you want with your armies. It's the most important. It's the most important feature.
God, I'm so silly.
Yeah.
But I can't do it. I cannot not do it.
Okay, so the other things that I've changed for commanders is that you notice that they have more than one. Click on random commander. They have something that is, it's just not one skill level anymore. They have different kinds of stats. So you have attack and defense and planning and logistics. And they affect different aspects of the game, essentially, right?
Yep.
So it's way more interesting now. You can have a defensive general who's actually kind of good at that, but it doesn't have to be equal skilled at everything. So it's not just down to the traits. Quite a lot of traits also affect your stats. Speaking of traits, I guess we can jump onto that, right? That's the next thing, and this is so part of the update. The update will have a bunch of new stuff. We have personality traits, And they're going to be for everybody, so like War Hero and stuff like
I
this.
can see it right here.
Yeah, exactly. They have sort of effects on generally in how they will gain new things.
But this is part of the paid, right?
No, these ones are...
Okay.
the personality traits are the free part.
Okay, cool.
And then we have assigned traits. This whole screen is part of the expansion. So when you level up enough, he's level 4, so he has an extra slot, right? But you don't have any command power yet to assign it. Cheats on command power.
What is command CP?
Yes, there you go. And you can assign traits. So this means that you have a little bit more control in how to groom your commanders. You do still have to level up, so for every second level, you get an extra trait slot to use.
25%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So every second level, you get an extra trait slot, and you get 1 extra as well if you get promoted to Field Marshal.
Yeah. And then we have certain ones that can unlock new abilities, like Fortress Buster. I love this one.
Yeah, that one is nice. There's a lot of really neat ones. A lot of them are very situational, which means that you can sort of save up some points and use them when you really need to.
Naval Assault Plan.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that.
I like the what have we got? Oh, now that one is for everybody. The one staff office plan one. So we have a new resource that we saw Daniel's cheat called Command Power. And
you have to bring it up that I cheated forward it.
Yeah, you did.
You told me to.
I mean, we could take some months, but I guess it's faster this way.
Well, so daily gain is only 0.37 right now.
Yeah, it depends on your war support, which is only 30% yet. So Hitler still has to do diplomatic shenanigans to raise it, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to war support stability soon. So this is a new resource, and use it to fire command abilities, basically, which you gain from having traits on commanders. There are also some other usage, but that's like the main one, right? I guess we might have covered that.
Yeah, everyone is just saying 240 hours, so OP. Well, it is
the
pretty
10-day
good.
supply grace one has a fairly big cooldown as well, so you can't really spam it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next on this?
What is next? Let's see.
Update
Focus
Japan,
trees we can do afterwards.
Yes.
And in the last stream, you guys showed the
Waffen SS.
Yeah, we can do that when we go back.
Well, I could actually just load up that save, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Quill bashing time. Let's just load in.
Yeah.
Well,
so this is part of. We're going to be jumping back and forth now. This document happened to be in the order of my design document, so. So this is part of the both Germany and the new decision system. So I assume people who watch the stream know about decisions. But anyway,
decisions are now active choices you can use. Well,
yeah, basically,
power
it's
or
like instead of random pop-up events, you have a list of decisions that you can take with the cost or effects and stuff like that.
Like here, we can do the Rijkskommissar Nederlanden.
Yeah,
and we just use that order, and suddenly, well, they appear on the map as a puppet to us.
Ooh. And they're also conveniently colored like you, so you don't have to feel bad about
and other different unique events for different nations, like you can recruit SS troops for Germany. We can say, well, permit SS recruitment in Denmark, and well, we get 3 different events depending on, well, if we want to help the SS or if we want to help the Wehrmacht.
Yeah.
So
the more you do this, the more you're gonna upset the standard army guys a little bit. So
exactly.
But yeah, so this adds a lot of flavor, I think, to Germany. We have little bits like this across all the decision stuff. But Germany gets updated 3, so they get a bit of extra. We'll show off the 3 in the end.
Yeah, and we have some really cool stuff like...
oh yeah, nation forming. Haven't gotten to those yet, but we can recap. In fact, let's just do decisions real quick since we're here. We have added a whole bunch of formable nations. I'll try not to spoil all of them. Like in the diary, we didn't show all of them either. They have amazing tooltips because there's so many different restrictions to doing them.
Yeah.
But
this is amazing.
But this is basically, you know, fulfill Mussolini's dream of actually forming the Roman Empire. And I mean,
Roma Invicta.
Yeah, it's great. There are several Scandinavia, my personal favorite, Gran Colombia, of course, which we actually have achievements for as well. Yeah.
Revive Bolivar's legacy.
This is a. So I think we
Simon
added this one
Bolivar.
in Wiki 2, and then I like to play them a lot. So what else we have? We have resource decisions. We can show them off as well.
Tag England.
Oh yeah. So speaking of decisions, the core system is free in the update, and then a lot of the cool stuff is part of the expansion. So the SS stuff, I believe, is part of the expansion.
I think so too.
I'll double check that one. I'm pretty sure it is.
Like
Generally, stuff that is impacting gameplay a lot are locked.
I used this one in actually the World War, in the 3-day war.
Yeah.
Invoke the alliance to get Portugal on my side.
I just gotta recant my statement. I said stuff that impacts things a lot are part of the free update, right? Game balance wise. So anything that has to do with your stability and war support, that kind of stuff is gonna be in the base, whereas the cool flavor stuff is gonna be part of the expansion.
Blow up the canal.
Oh yeah, we're still debating when you would want to do this, right?
I was gonna do it,
you were gonna do it in the multiplayer stream.
But then they never invaded right here. I pulled back with all my troop support, so I would just instantly pull them back and then just blow the canal. Never happened, unfortunately.
Because the thing is also like, I mean, it does make sense sometimes. Maybe it's cool anyway. It's something you can do that's cool. You can repair it as well, right? It costs a lot of industry, though. It takes a while. Speaking of which, do you have some resource ones? You might need to have some text.
I showed right here.
Did you? Yeah. So we have a whole bunch of places there. I think most of these are actually historical locations we dug up. There might be some made-up ones as well for game balance. Where if you control the area, and depending on your technology levels, you can actually find new resources that aren't on the map beforehand. Ooh. So if you play in South America, you can now actually get some steel if you invest in this, which is pretty good.
Like, it's not a ton of it, but it's still something extra, and with the additional excavation bonuses, that will still become like 6 to 10 extra.
Yeah.
So
also, remember that where have I got my thing? Here we go. Infrastructure now affects how much you get out of an area, which is not to forget. Which means that we balanced a lot of the game to have roughly, I think, the same around, what was it, as if the game had level 6 infrastructure or something like that, I remember. And so to have the same starting as before, you'll need to build up some areas. Some big areas, you're probably going to need to build up more. I think some of the British stuff in Asia was very, very big.
Yeah. Let's turn off the AI too. I just want to see how much it becomes. Come on.
Yeah.
Turn off
50
the
days. Yeah, I don't know if we have cheat code for that one, but yes. But yeah, so you have way more ways now of controlling how much resources you get, and actually having shitty areas become better.
Wasn't the infrastructure part of Lost?
No. So the thing we did in the... No, we've been working on this for a while. You forgot.
Oh, God.
The other thing we've done with infrastructure is... or did I forget that? Was that this... Maybe someone remembers. Is this shit? I should know this. I mean, it's my job.
Come on,
it's my job only.
Come on, Dan. Hashtag blame Dan.
The forum will know. So, infrastructure affecting construction speed.
That was last one.
That was last one,
That gotta
right?
be the last one.
I think it was something we did towards the end, right?
Yeah.
Let's assume. I'm pretty sure it was the last update. It was free anyway, so it doesn't matter that much if I say it wrong. But yeah, so that kind of stuff.
Well, three more.
3 more, yeah. So it's useful. You really want to do it in the really nice areas, though.
Yeah, of course.
The best ones are like if there's a lot of resources, very low level, right?
Yeah, construction speed was last batch.
Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you.
But yeah, right, resources. I had completely forgotten about that one.
Yeah, no, it's we really wanted the resource game to feel like something you could affect much more, right? Refinery text is new for this expansion, although this is part of the free update as well. We've split this whole tree now, so if you have tons of rubber, you no longer have to research them.
Yeah.
But if you lack both, you have to research twice as much. And the way it works is that each level is going to improve your synth refinery.
Yeah, and right now they only provide 2 each, so you really have to Juice.
Yup. So yeah, I think this works a lot better as well. It just felt really wrong to overproduce something, right?
Yeah,
That you
like,
had to pay
I'm
for.
wasting a ton of that now.
Yeah.
So
I think that's way better now too. Alright, that one's checked off the list. What else we got? Should we talk about wars?
should we?
Yeah, why not?
Yes,
you are in
we
a
are
war,
in a pretty
so
big war.
are you in only one war? Let's look at the war screen. Yeah, you're only in one. Okay.
Ah,
Do you? Can we cause some other mayhem? Just break the save game.
Yeah, we can break the save game. That's no problem.
There's
No CB. Yes.
Daniel's cheating all the time. Does forming nations give that said country course? I think it depends a bit on decision, but in general, yes. So,
Free
yeah,
wars.
here we go. So, we have done a whole bunch of stuff with wars. The first thing we've done is there is no such thing as a real war merge anymore. Wars is now basically a relation between two countries. Which means that the game actually now supports freeway wars. Whenever they happened before, they could cause some serious problems. A lot of mods had big problems with this, where they wanted to have freeway civil wars and stuff like that. And in general, it would like break down quite a lot. So we've spent a lot of time on this and changed the basic system. So it's much more flexible now. But what we found was that we kind of need a new war screen because it's a little harder to differentiate wars now. So what Danny is looking at now is the war summary. And this is just sort of summarizing the war from your perspective. You have nice filters and things as well.
Yeah, I just been showing off right now.
Yeah. We have new, we have summary by faction, which I love. And also it makes, you can kind of like collapse it and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I just love being able to hide everyone that has capitulated, so you can actually see which nations are still in the war. And if you want to really just, okay, who do you have to really
You know
kill
what my
off
favorite
before?
is? Tooltip the casualty figure. Not on factions, it doesn't work, but for countries.
Ooh,
And you can actually see who has caused you this grief.
very nice. That's
Actually,
very
the
nice.
Reichskommissariat Netherlands actually stood for quite.
Ooh,
They've
there we
been
go.
pulling their weight. I mean, compared to Italy, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Then if
that's just sad.
Yeah. Then, if you want to boil down to individual wars, right, or other war views, you can click on the tabs at the top there. So next to the overview up there.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So you can see here that this is so it will sort of pick the most important countries to represent it. And you can see the big difference in these is that Germany has not called in all its allies against Soviet Union, so that's why it's split up as two things. And they're shown as blue, and you can see that there's a call button.
Well, they have been called right now.
Okay.
They just not answered.
Yeah. So this is going to be a little learning for people who are very used to the old system. I think it works a lot better, and it's fixed a lot of really strange bugs that would totally ruin your playthrough. Like, if you ever played like a big multiplayer match and then someone dropped out of the peace conference or something like that, I think we've gotten rid of all that stuff now, so that should be good. I think that's enough for wars. What else we got? Your favorite, Daniel. I'm gonna let you talk about this one.
Production screen. Woo!
Production screen. Exactly.
God.
He didn't even see the list. He just said your favorite is like production screen.
Oh God, it's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
I love this new stuff. To be able to assign more than 15 factories a production line is like the best thing ever. Like, I actually don't use these buttons very much.
I used the one at the top actually
because
too.
it's very nice. Like, I mostly use this one. Just
Yeah.
Let's
I
assign some more
actually
factories.
tend to use the other one in the beginning, though, a bit. But
yeah, and let's say, oh, I want to produce 3 more of these right now. Whoop! Just throw it up right there. It's such a nice thing. I love it.
yeah, it's really nice.
Like, I don't care about the rest of the expansion. Just give me the production screen. Like I said in the very beginning, can we just patch this out right now because it's free? Just patch it out right now so I can play around with it.
I mean,
if
you want to run an extra week of QA on a separate release instead of waiting until Thursday, I mean,
it's like so many times I've done a mistake right now. Just do my own host up and just. Why does not waking it yet?
Luckily,
God damn it!
Oh yeah, your streaming stuff. I never play anything that isn't up to date. show the
Or
collapse.
right here.
Yeah, this is also nice.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Can you go back to production just real
Yes.
quick? Show the collapse thing. I like that also for getting an
Let's see
overview.
there.
That one. I think this is quite nice for when you're doing a lot, right? Trying to get an overview. It's kind of nice. And you can collapse and open individual things, and you can filter by types. If you want to filter out all the boats, or you want to filter everybody who's running out of resources and stuff like that as well. So.
One thing I like is, well, just doing this one.
Yeah.
Just hiding
stuff that's upgrading.
Yeah, it's like not necessary most of the time.
I think we really lifted this one up.
It'd be nice to be able to sort out everything very easily.
We talked about a few tiny changes more, like showing damaged factories as well, right?
Yeah.
So we might add that in patch, make them even more visible at the top too.
Yeah. It has been a bit, like, since we can add more factories right now to one queue, it has been a bit unclear. Oh, right, the damaged factories affect other lines in a certain way, so we want to show that better, but yeah, like you said.
Yeah. The thing is, it's so much easier now that it's easier to miss things as well, right? Whatever. So that one's done, and hey, we can look at the minimap, I guess, since it's here. This is part of the expansion, and it comes with, it's basically a minimap for people who like that kind of thing. You can open and close it. This has been a real, like, I don't think anyone on the team actually uses the minimap, I found, but there have been a lot of fans who wanted that thing, so we figured we put it in. And it has a kind of a nice thing for multiplayer, which is what Daniel is showing now. You can ping the map to people you play with, which is great, and you can see it actually shows in the minimap as well. So if you want to go attack here and don't want to like spell out the state or try and, you know, it's just a really nice and quick way. And the way it works, that if you're looking at it, it goes away fairly fast. But if you're not looking at it, like if you see it on the minimap, say someone's pinging your colonies or something like that, it takes a longer time until they disappear, so you have more time to actually go and look at them. And see, Daniel's too used to not having it. You could click on the minimap as well.
No, I don't use it.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, I see a use of these.
It's a neat little thing.
Yeah, playing a multiplayer. Like, could you please
put the
there?
Ping. Yeah.
There.
You know what I want to add in the future though? A ping, so observers, when we stream the multiplayers, can go like, Don, check out my cool encirclement I'm about to do. I think that'd be great. What else we got? We got... have you had naval battles? Because this is from the stream stuff, right? Oh yeah, kick from faction. Let's go with that. Oh, I think I had it on the list.
Goodbye.
It's nice. We actually have some extra AI stuff around this, so if you're trying to abuse it...
Oh, right. I couldn't... Right.
What?
Normal case, I wouldn't be able to kick them since they're in a war with them.
Oh, you have the cheat-ons.
Yeah, I still had cheat on.
Yes.
But well, you can kick people from your faction if they don't, well, break the other rules.
Yeah.
Who can see the ping?
Who can see the ping? People in your faction.
People in your faction. You don't need Discord anymore. Well, I would use Discord.
I think you probably still want Discord to talk.
But it's still helpful, like, you're being attacked right there.
Yeah, how do I tell Daniel I'm attacked in, you know, if I have to start dropping names in the middle of Siberia, he's not going to know where,
like,
right?
I'm attacked at Orel. Where is that? Right there.
Yeah.
Come on, get over there.
Yeah, and even so, like, because we don't name everywhere, right? You can go, like, check out this area, or you can go, hey, I want you to hit this place and that place, and I will hit these two places. It's really nice when you're talking at the same time, to just illustrate.
Attack right there, defend right here.
Yeah, stuff like that. Especially you can spam if someone's missing somewhere and the enemy is just snaking straight into you or something. No, pings are part of the expansion. They tie to, since they are in the minimap. So done kick from faction. That one's in the free update.
Let's see if I can actually find a real case where it can be done. Japan, you're not in a war right now, but they're subject to me. God damn.
Yeah, you can't kick your subjects. Maybe one day we'll add a thing to. Now you have to work for the autonomy, right?
Well, I can't see it.
I mean, what it does, it kicks people from the faction, right? And there's some special AI things. So if Daniel keeps kicking and then killing his allies, they're probably all gonna abandon him and murder him.
Nice.
It tries to detect that stuff. A
Tries.
little conservative, right? Because you might actually legitimately want to kill one person, right?
Yeah.
Because they're misbehaving. Like the classic, hey, I'm
Kill
in the
one
Allies, but I'm also burning all of South America because I feel like it, right?
Yeah,
Those kind of people. Right, what have we got? Should we do a thing that we never talked about? Fighting retreats?
Ooh.
Do you have a defense front somewhere?
Let's see, I could probably show that off with France,
Yeah.
since I'm being attacked right here. So, before you could press, well, you retreated and your troops retreated while they advanced and then you were overrun.
Yeah.
Right now, I will press retreat right here and the units will actually retreat, regain some organization, but still fight and actually have a, well, proper retreat.
I mean...
And they hold Paris.
And yeah, sorry. That's what happens when you play France. I mean, what happened before, right? You could sort of still manage defense before, but you basically have to run in lockstep manually, right?
Yeah.
With multiple units. Whereas now they will actually fight their way out of the combat and arrive, and they'll actually regain some org during this time as well.
Yeah, so you can actually, retreat while fighting.
Yeah. So if you're the kind of person who has to defend on the front line, I think Sind, you didn't detect it for a while because you keep attacking.
Yeah.
But it's so much less work to do it. This is also a part of the update, of course.
Let's see if I can show it again right here. Tag Sui.
Are you gonna get to war? Speaking of which, this is actually a good point to talk about the climatization as well, because I see they're wearing winter uniforms.
Yeah. So all the Swiss right here have 100% climatization, which are, well, halving all the negative bonuses, or negative modifiers they gain from the climate.
Yeah,
so
we also made the climate penalties a little harsher as well. So this one's a bit split. In the update, we have like the whole mechanic, but if you own the expansion, you get like the new uniforms and 3D models and that kind of stuff.
So here,
and they kick in. I don't remember what level does it switch the uniforms out at.
I think it's just 100%. So you can.
Is it 100%? I thought it was 50, but
maybe.
Sure.
I don't know. I haven't used it that much.
And you get winter and you get desert. So there's acclimatization for extreme heat and acclimatization for the winter cold.
Yeah. Let's see. I think England.
We also have some technologies that affect this. We'll show them a bit later if we have time.
Let's see if these troops are. No, not. Oh wait, yes you are. Let's see, and you are not. So there are some slight difference on the British uniform, not very much.
Yeah, we have remodeled some stuff, but in general this is a lot of texture work.
Yeah.
We have some new models for people who never had any kind of winter or desert outfits. So they wouldn't have to have like blue knees and stuff. We have actually invented stuff that looks kind of a lot like the Swedish winter uniform, which is like a extra shell you wear on top of it, which is the correct way of doing things, I think. Yeah, let's see what else we've got. Should we keep running all the small stuff, or do you want to do a big one?
Well, we could just show off, war support and stability.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about them. Okay, so this is one of the bigger things. We don't have national unity anymore. And we have two new values, stability and war support. And they sort of model a bit better how your people think about the government, basically, right? How stable is your country and how actually supporting is people of the war. Yeah, maybe go back to something where you don't have a full support for the war.
Show something proper.
Yeah, so Germany actually starts with quite low.
Not like a 2-week-old save game that has broken stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So Germany has quite low war support for starters, but decent stability. And then depending on, so you can see the effects here, right? Stability is really good for the industry. And who are you going to?
Here.
All right, yeah.
Just the other way around. High war support, but very low.
I'm actually thinking about dropping the Soviet war support a little bit.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe.
Maybe
not sure.
Yeah, and very low stability. One produces factory output and power gain.
Yep. So you wanna basically, I mean, you wanna have both of these as high as possible, right? But it's not always possible. If you're in a defensive war, it's easier to keep your war support
you gain,
up.
I think 30% war support.
Yeah. So
Well,
it's 30% above what you get in an attacking war, which means that if Germany starts attacking neighbors, people in Germany expect things to go fairly smoothly. If it doesn't, whereas if you're defending, then people are kind of stiff upper lipping it, right?
Let's see.
I think, and then we have a bunch of decisions that tie into these, and a lot of focuses and stuff. We've changed
most of
since we had to basically go over every focus that touched national unity and stuff like that.
Aren't all of these political actions free?
Yes,
I think they are. Yeah.
And these also change. We changed a whole bunch how it works when you're going to change ideology, so that uses decisions now as well. You need to actually get the ministers and then take
and
decisions
then get
and
decisions. I think actually England is a good show for that, because I had to do it during the 3-day war.
Did you also cheat there?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, here, fashions on the rise, prepare for civil
They're
war.
asking about
open up
US
political
war
decision.
support and stability. They have fairly good stability, if I remember correctly, but atrocious war support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
0%.
Yes. Which is not good. Remember, this actually, we didn't talk about the effects of war support. Did we?
No.
Yeah. Mobilization speed, which is actually kind of a big deal. It's how fast you can replenish your manpower pool, because that actually takes time now. So even if you go like, oh no, I'm running out of men, and you go, here's a new big law, it's going to take you a while to fill that. If you have really bad war support, also the laws are locked with war support, so you won't be able to do it as well. But if you need to do a big leap, then it takes a while to mobilize the people, which is fairly realistic.
So during that week we got around 120,000 men.
Yeah.
160 actually.
Soviet Union has an insane.
Yeah.
They have really good war support and an insane amount of people.
But it well, let's see who can pick. If we be Spain. What? Not Spain?
SPR.
Oh right. We have
Spain is HOI4.
Let's see. PP 150. Limited conscription. So they also have pretty good mobilization law, but for them a week of this manpower growth becomes 30,000 men.
Yeah.
That's 3 divisions, kind of. So if you really want to switch out, you have to do it ahead of time right now by quite a long time.
Yeah, I think we need to start speeding up too. We're about halfway through and we have much more to talk about.
No, the expansion is too big.
I recommend reading the dev diary when I finish it after this at some point. It will link back to like every other dev diary for more details as well if you want to really dig into stuff.
Actually, shouldn't Spain start with lower stability?
50% is just 57 is just about when you start not get penalties and stuff. So it's debatable. The thing is, Spain also doesn't have its own focus tree, I would say, yet, because I'm pretty sure one day we'll give them one. So we can't really model all of that build up until the civil war properly yet. So if we gave them too low stability, it would be troublesome for them, I think.
Okay.
I expect if they get their own one, they're gonna have fairly low stability, but lots of ways to dealing with it that's specifically Spanish.
Cool.
Now we have to play it a little safe, right?
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else?
Okay, so acclimatization we talked about. Capture equipment, we can mention it.
Capture equipment. So yeah, surround unit, capture equipment.
Yeah, there's basically and maintenance companies help you. So it's a nice way of getting stuff.
Let's see if I can get some nice rounds right here. It's a very easy one.
Yeah.
We can attack. Come on, kill Danzig. Hello, I turned off the AI. Oh right, the AI, he has offensive plan order, so he will automatically advance against me. Come on, Poland.
You can oh no, then you don't get anything.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Poland, I want to show off features. Stop attacking me.
Oh no, now you're at no org.
It's fine. Just cut them off right there, and then cut them off right there. Kill Danzig. Come on. Why die for Danzig?
You can do it. Can you do it? I'm not sure you can do it. The horse is stopping you, Daniel.
Go away. You're ruining my feature stream. There we go. There we go. So, let's see. Can we so much show off? Let's see exactly. We have right now
The
infinite
combat
weapons.
log will show the details if you want to see for each individual battle. It's
I
on
mean
the
right here.
It's on the tooltip. If you cut stuff.
Equipment lost. But now when we surround this unit, we should technically get some equipment, right?
There's a chance based. You don't have any maintenance companies and stuff to.
No, yeah. Equipment lost? No, doesn't seem like it, unfortunately.
Or is it under the equipment tab, maybe?
Dan, you do know that it's a feature stream. You're supposed to know how the features work that you implemented.
There you go. Tooltip enemy losses at the bottom. There.
Captured by us. Ah,
Okay, you didn't capture anything,
No.
so that's why we didn't see it.
boom.
You need to have the
Saved it,
actual
saved it down.
maintenance. I mean, there's a small chance anyway, I believe, but you
can
really do want to have maintenance companies to help
Mhm.
with this.
Let's see, on I can click and if
I
we
mean,
get
you still capture as normal when you take capitals and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Also, we fixed that bug that was in the multiplayer thing where you got a multiplier of the number of participants in equipment. I'm not actually sure people would have done so well. I think Quill got really helped by that one, for example, because he got that a couple of times, I think, when he took out countries.
well, he probably needed that support.
He played well. I thought it was. I think he outplayed you, Daniel.
No.
I mean, who ended up in Botswana? Yeah.
I chose to be in Botswana.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, let's keep
Tag.
going fast. Capturing. Should we do some air stuff?
volunteer air wing. Let's see, how can I show it off right now? Tag, I
So
think
we can send.
Hungary.
I guess there's no Spanish Civil War.
Send volunteers, send air volunteers.
Yeah. It's fairly simple, basically.
And we can send
When you
19.
ask for volunteers, you get air volunteers, and you have a certain amount of cap, and you can basically then use their bases with that amount of planes.
Boom.
And you see, if you look at the little flag he had there on the plane, you can see that it's a volunteer as well.
Right there.
Yep.
So yeah, you can send air volunteers as well as, well,
Yeah.
troops.
Yeah, that's an expansion thingy. Then we have strategic air priorities as well. Do you have any
And
bombers
let's get
anywhere?
back to Germany. And let's
You
see.
have some kind of bombers
Right
somewhere,
there,
maybe?
some TAC bombers, which here.
Yeah, then you can click on there, and you can tell it what to prioritize target-wise.
You will have a slightly more of a chance of breaking that, but it's not.
this is not a guarantee, right? It gives
No.
you an advantage to target them because it would be way too strong
Yeah.
to just be able to pick one thing only, right? Bombers don't have that kind of precision, even though a lot of people who design bomb sites pretend they do. But yeah, so that gives you a little bit more control on stuff. Let's see. Keep going. We got air supply as well.
I think Germany has
Another,
that opportunity as well.
Expansion feature.
I need.
Yeah, so that's a command power ability actually. If you want to help, you
Let's
can
see.
assign more ground crews. It's gonna tie up a bunch of your command powers.
Required.
Yeah. When they start, you can cheat
Alright.
code and teleport someone into the middle of Poland if you want, and they're gonna be out of supply. and
Teleport? Can I?
Use the teleport sheet.
What? We have a teleport sheet?
Yeah.
What's
Select the
teleport sheet?
unit. This is teaching people how to cheat. Write TP in the console, and then teleport them in the middle of Poland. There you go. And now turn it off, because otherwise weird things happen. So now you will actually see that it. If you go to air,
Yeah, mine
you
is
will
2.4.
see that it shows the mission as, but with no planes assigned, and it shows how bad the supply situation is.
Let's see if we can actually get some proper support to that one.
You need some
there-
transport
there they are.
planes.
Yeah, we
It's
have.
actually kind of good now to have some transport planes. Before it was like, don't build them unless you're gonna do paratroopers, right?
Let's see, how quickly does it take?
They are. Did you activate them?
Yeah, I did actually.
Because they have a red icon. I don't think you've given them a mission.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I
this
need
actually,
sixes.
by the way, also costs command power.
yeah. So we need to activate this one.
And this is the control, obviously, so you can't run your entire war just on.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Fixed it instantly.
Because air supply is one of those things that's extremely hard to organize, right? So we felt it should have an extra cost over just the material, right?
And it's only 200 transport planes. I spent 80 CP on it, and I gain 6 supply.
Yeah, but you save those guys.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So you cannot use this for maintaining a gigantic front, but you can save people. You can help your paratroopers do something.
Dropping
that kind
loot
of stuff,
crates.
right? Dropping loot crates, yes. In fact, they do have a cool animation for that. If we, I mean, you have to get the animation to run.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are actually flown yet, right?
There
There they go.
no?
Maybe.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's
the
medium
bombers.
bomber planes
Yeah.
using for the animation. So you might get lucky. We'll see. They're gonna swing back. I think you have them also on. You also have them on bombing, so it's a little
Yeah.
hard to see who's doing what right now.
Well, we'll see. We can
Yeah,
just let
anyway,
it
they
run.
do a little thing sometimes. What else we got? Air supplies done.
Attaché.
Oh, attach to armies for air.
Oh, right. That we can also do.
Okay, so this is a neat thing. This is part of the free update.
So you give them an order, then you just right-click on
Yeah.
them, and they will kind of sort
And you
it
can
out
see by
themselves.
type there over its portrait already assigned. You can click them to select, and it shows which arm is
Yeah.
assigned.
They will
and
take
they
some on
sort of-
defense, some on the offense.
Yeah.
Kind of half split it up.
Yeah, sort
That's
of.
kinda
So
nice.
this is a great one if you play multiplayer, don't want to micro it. You
Or
just
don't
go,
have time.
Yeah, or don't have time. It's like, because I see people forgetting some of their Air Force quite a lot otherwise.
Yeah.
And
You
now you
attach
can
your
assign
Soviet
them,
front
and
and
then-
just...
They follow you guys. It's not going to be as optimal as if you micro everything, but
Yeah.
you generally don't always have time for that. So
Yeah, it's going to give you some nice defense, some offensive abilities. It's going
Yeah.
to be pretty cool.
it's pretty good. So, bam.
But
That's
attaché. Attachés.
attaches, yeah, sure.
Tag Hungary again.
Wait,
and-
which build is this? Oh, it works. We broke it in one of the test builds lately,
Oh.
so I was like, which build are we on? So this is something you can do if you have a lot of command power. And you can send a military attaché to their country, and this will sort of benefit both of you, right? They will get a little bit better organization, some planning bonuses, and you will get some XP. So this is a way where democracies can actually get a bit of XP.
And actually upgrade their templates before they go to war.
Exactly. So it's an extra way of getting that. Because probably if you're not at war, you probably might have 50 command power to spend if you're not using it for decisions and things like that. So we'll tie that up and give you a little bit of passive bonuses.
Will
There's
they
also a little bit of decisions ties into
Yeah.
this as well.
will they automatically rebase to follow a front line? You assign them to a front line, so if the front line moves forward and air base and you capture air bases, the planes will follow them.
Yeah. While you can move them between bases and stuff, you're basically given the control over.
Yeah.
So they will move the planes and rebase them and that kind of stuff.
Can you attach transport planes for auto supplies?
I believe so, right?
Let's double check. We need to go back to Germany.
You should be able to.
There we go, and then we attach you right here.
There you go. So yes.
But yeah,
But that uses, so now I have to remember how it works. I don't think that actually ties up the command power, right? So you should only do it if you actually
there, allocated.
yeah.
Minus 60.
So that allocates the power, right? So you should only really do it if you can. You can't just put that on everywhere
Yeah.
just as a thing, unless you have a ton of power left over. But probably want to save some for your abilities as well. And the
Yeah,
extra ground
and
cruise one
yeah,
is a
of
little-
course, I might have said it was required before, but no, it just boosts this a bit more
Yeah.
ground cruise.
Yep.
Which is very nice.
Yeah, it helps against bad efficiency areas,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And remember, transport planes are pretty goddamn expensive,
Yes,
to
they
say
are.
the least. They are 3 times more expensive than strat bombers. Is that really realistic?
They simulate way more than one plane, and that's the
Okay, yeah.
reason. One day we might
3
rebalance.
planes?
I did actually plan us to rebalance them quite a bit, but we never really got the time for that. So
No.
I expect maybe in a patch or something, because now that we have this automated system, there's not really any reason to have them be so big. The idea was that to make it easier to manage fleets of them and stuff like that, right? So, but it means that when you take casualties and stuff, it's really punishing. So you have to be extra careful with them and stuff.
Yeah.
They would probably be better if we split them
Remember,
up.
they're basically defenseless, so be
Yeah.
sure to have air superiority when you want to use them.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's see, Consolidate. We can show off. It's
Can
a neat little expansion thing. If you have maybe as the Polish who have been
Oh,
in
yeah.
combat.
The other way around.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have anyone who's damaged?
Let's mark them together.
Otherwise, we can just explain
Say
how
right
it
here,
works.
but no,
I
here.
guess. So if you have units who are lacking in manpower, equipment, you can consolidate them.
Yeah.
Into a single unit. And
of course the
basically.
extra stuff will be sent back, and those units will get one
Yeah.
full.
Yep. So if you end up like in a really botched area or something, and everybody's under strength, you can consolidate them together. It's also a little helpful. They will actually go around and go and consolidate themselves and stuff like that. So.
And of course they have to be in the same sort of template.
Yeah, there you go. Loot drops. It's loot dropping.
What? Where?
They were loot dropping the
I
other
missed it.
soldiers. I think they actually needed supply as well. I saw it up there.
Nice.
Anyway.
Hopefully other people saw it as well.
Yeah, there was a little loot crates. Yeah, so we done consolidate, we done attaches, capturing equipment, supply missions, minimap.
Yes.
We shown the army insignias as well.
Oh well, yeah, the GG ones.
They're different for different countries as well.
Then
so
we just have some extra.
Yeah, there's a bunch that everybody gets, and then we have some country-specific ones just spice it up.
Riot.
What else we got?
Focus trees. Well, the focus trees we have added is one for the warlords, one for PRC, China, Japan. Mexico.
And Germany has an updated one.
Yes.
And Japan has an updated one. Actually, Japan has a completely new one, actually.
Yeah.
We started out going, let's update it, and I was like, let's throw it all out and make a new one.
China's.
We can explain a little bit what's paid and free there as well. It might be helpful for Japan. So the historical paths here are available to
basically,
everybody.
I guess these two.
Yes, if I remember. So whereas the alt history paths are part of the expansion.
The same with Germany.
The same with Germany. So if you go to the right, these actually won't show if you don't have the expansion at all. So
it's not a modify need to pay DLC.
No. So this whole oppose Hitler path, the alt history branch is expansion only.
But all of this is still free, right?
Yes.
All the updates right there. I think all the updates right here. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. There might be one or two focuses, maybe. I don't remember exact details. But yes.
We talked about built-in war sport.
We did name lists.
Name list. Oh god.
At which point, let's have a German civil war to show my favorite. That's form Rome. Cheat code to form Rome.
That's gonna take a while.
Can't we just you can annex everybody around you, right?
Let's see if this
don't do this at home,
game
kids. It's extremely slow to annex the entire world.
Let's see how good the computers are that we have.
Yeah, this takes a long time on my computer.
So
let's see, what can we talk about during?
We could have.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So a thing that we can't really easily show now, I think, because it's sound and music based in the stream. We have 3 new music tracks to try and fit in with the Asian theme and stuff. And we have a really great revamp of battle sounds as well. That's part of the expansions. So all these
I think he's playing them right now.
The music tracks, yeah. But combat, I meant we'd have to build up some stuff.
Huzzah! World conquest.
That's a lot of Italy. It's a lot of spaghetti.
God,
and now you
all
get
the different
every resource decision there is. And you can dismantle the Maginot Line.
But I think many people have wanted to see this.
Yes.
And
my personal favorite, it's Augustus Mussolini.
it's so ridiculous.
Wow, he's got fantastic hair, headpiece and everything. And you do lose the king, because we figured, you can't be 2 cocks in a hen house, right? I don't know if that one translated from Swedish.
I think the chat liked it.
Yes.
So we're going to look at templates.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, a lot of these are tied to tags. Now you are the Roman Empire, right? So if you scroll down, there's going to be special...
well, I might have to actually...
Maybe you have to take
there.
a little bit.
Rise of the...
It's beautiful.
Rome Invicta.
Yeah. Okay, let's see now. So there's going to be choices available. There you go. So we have Roman names for your divisions that you can pick.
Equites.
Which is kind of cool. We also have some Byzantine ones. And Roman paratroopers. Historically, of course, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess they were shot with catapults.
It's unclear. But yeah, so there's a little bits of flavor like this. Of course, we have historical ones for Germany. There's like, you know, SS names and stuff like that. And there's, if you do get rid of Hitler, you can bring back monarchist naming of your divisions and things like that. But most importantly, we don't have Division Type 3 anymore that you run into.
He was my favorite.
So my immersion is now saved.
My immersion
which is so nice. Honestly, it's so nice. And this is a completely free feature, except the stuff directly tied to formable nations that are part in the expansion, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what else? We've done this one. I guess you probably gonna need to leave this this save game now. So
what are we gonna show off?
Do you have something with naval stuff? I was gonna show the new naval statistics screen and stuff. We could re-spot Botswana and then declare war on the Emperor.
Well, yeah, we will need still 2 fleets. So
yeah, we'll need 2 fleets or someone who's just been fighting. We don't need to actually do it. We can just look at it. Oh, one of my favorite quotes.
Let's just do like this. Hello, United Kingdom. You really don't like the French today.
I don't know. We haven't actually confirmed we have HRE. Although, I mean, they might be in the list of things people are going to have to discover. Some of our nations are a little Easter eggy and very hard to actually get to happen. So I'm looking very much forward to see what people discover. I'm like having to hold myself back from a couple of our secret things that we've hidden. I know Grugi really wanted to show a thing that he's can be able to unlock in his game, but I told him to wait because I want the fans to find it first.
Yeah. There we go, we have some neo battles, and let's double check this list right now.
Yeah, so you can... The most important thing is you can see losses and kills over time. Now we haven't actually killed anything yet. So you can compare, like, I've lost this many submarines in the last month, but I've killed this many transports and things like that.
And then sorted for nations.
You can
and
filter
factions.
by factions and nations, so it's way easier to kind of keep track of what's actually happening. How much are you losing over time?
Yeah, and a very handy, equipment on field as usual.
Yep.
68,000 men in, 103 boats.
Yeah, and this one's part of the free update as well.
Cool.
Okay, what have we got else? We got... Oh, can I show you, in case people missed my tweet yesterday, just tagged to America.
USA.
Find a carrier.
USA.
This is the one of... I think this is going to be appreciated by people who like naval stuff. So any kind of carrier fleet will work. And put them on a mission. Okay, so now remember, the fleets are out there, right? There's no more icon to click to access their planes. But if you select them by clicking on that, there is now an icon in the interface where you see a breakdown on their wings and can select them. Before you had to take them off the mission and all sorts of stuff.
But I still can't assign them.
You can rebase them, right?
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, you can't run the missions because you're on... Yeah. Anyway, I mean, that's going to be a little helpful. It makes it easier to organize between carriers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, nice, very nice. I like all the small little changes, but I really like the production stuff.
Here's a...
Just want to say that.
All right, so let's continue with small stuff.
Oh God, people
let's destroy the stockpile.
People love that.
I mean, I still don't get it, but you can have a button if you want to.
Yeah, so I kill off 2 fighters right there.
Yeah.
Who cares about those fighters? Tag Germany. Well, I kind of don't want to get any more artillery right here, so let's destroy that stockpile.
No, my artillery.
Destroy this. But you can't... Well, it's harder to abuse this, since if you destroy stockpile, it's still there for...
Yeah, you can't scorched earth. It's 3 months or something.
So it should be very much possible still for you to actually capture the equipment from the enemy, even if they try to delete it ahead of time.
Yeah. Because you also can't delete only some of your stockpile, right? So you can't like try and edge it down, right? You have to give it up, and you won't.
Yes.
I mean, if you have 3 months, you probably won't burn your stuff, right? What haven't we covered? There's a whole bunch of China-specific mechanics like border conflicts and stuff. We can have a look at those.
Oh wait, that's Guatemala.
Yes. Shaanxi. Maybe.
Yeah. There we go.
Going cyclic. Okay, so China has a bunch of special mechanics that we run. We basically control them through focus trees and decisions. And one is border conflicts, and Daniel's unlocking them with magical sheets.
Stop saying cheats. It's console commands. It's showing off features.
He is cheating.
There we go.
Okay, so what this does is it sort of creates a mini war on the borderline. You can see it highlights on the map where it is as well. So if you ever get lost in the decision, you can right-click them or hover them. Yeah, see, do they actually have any troops to fight you with?
They should have. Yeah. They will arrive. They have more troops
so
than
it
me.
creates. It's not a real war, but you are allowed to fight across a specified front area, and then depending on who wins, you'll get it. And some of them you also get other bonuses from.
Then escalate a border conflict.
Yeah. Have you tried the one against Soviet Union yet? There's a border conflict thing.
Oh, you mean with Japan?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
That one has some other bonuses, I believe, like doctrine stuff. There you go. Oh, border gore, man. Oh my god.
I think it's beautiful. It's basically like
I'm not going to comment on what that looks like.
Let's scroll away
when
first.
you use this feature, make sure you use it in the order that looks most beautiful, right?
How do border conflicts not cause full war in real life? Well, it could always.
Because most people, so a lot of historically, right? These happened because the army wanted to fight and the politicians didn't. So a good example of this is this big conflict in Nomenhan that Japan and the Soviet Union were involved in. So Stalin did not want to go to war, and Japan did not want to go to war. In fact, the emperor sent multiple communiques to the front line, don't mess this up, stop fighting. Whereas the local commander goes, you know, the Soviets are on the other side of this river. I'm gonna really need river boats so I can defend my side of the river.
Yeah.
And other crazy things like that. So
definitely,
because the Japanese army at this time is fighting in China and getting lots of glory, and the northern part of the army feels completely left out of this, right? And as warriors, they're not really. This is not a good feeling, right? So they're
not too long a story, Dan.
Sorry.
Anything more?
I just really like this area.
Special forces.
Anyway, special forces. Border conflicts are cool. They can escalate to full wars as well, by the way. It's an event chain that can happen. Where were we? Special forces. Okay. So to sort of mitigate this whole, I'm going to make an entire army of special forces. We have put in a bit of a restriction on this. So you now have a percentage as well as a minimum cap of how much special forces you can have.
Yeah.
There's technologies that can affect it, but special forces is everything that the division designer marks as special forces, so it's easier to count it up.
These three.
Yeah. You basically have a choice between quality and quantity in this one. So you can have longer training stuff and or is it shorter training? I can't remember. We can look at the bonuses later. But the point is anyway, you get a faster acclimatization. See, that one has shorter training time, but it leads to better people generally.
So it's basically better, more.
Yeah.
And then we have a...
So if you want to run much more, then you can go for the ones that are slightly less good, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's basically it. That's part of the free update. Maybe show the division
I'm just
design
messing with Blondie right now. He's moving our camera so people will be able to read the tooltip. So I smoothed it back and forth.
Sorry. We should have this thing where we show up in the tooltip instead.
Yeah.
Just throw up the division designer real quick and we can show... but you don't have any special forces.
Or do I even have them as German?
You should have something. So top left there, see the marker next to the paratrooping icon? That one actually will show you a breakdown of how many you can create with this kind of template. So if you're changing it and stuff, it makes it a little easier to calculate.
Yes. So if we would add a bunch more right here.
Yeah.
Save that, and then since we already have 8 on the field.
Yeah, it shows how many you can add. And you can only ever add one now because you made it huge, and you don't have a big army or any text. So.
And making it smaller, I can have more divisions, but fewer.
So yeah, for anyone who thought, hey, I'm just gonna exploit this and make gigantic divisions, you can't. So special forces might actually be more useful in slightly toned down sized ones.
What happens if I do
I hope this is gonna make the Mountaineer Space Marines a little harder to manage.
I can't even save it if this one is
you
currently all the way
can't
out
save
right
it
here,
if
so I
it's
can't
because
change
it's
it.
an active one, right?
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, just making sure that we can't abuse it in the way of deploying stuff, increasing template.
Cool. So that's Special Forces. We've done that. Are we
really don't have any more time.
We actually are out of time. Let's just quickly. We have actually we sort of shown off most of the focus trees. We forgot to mention Manchukuo, right? Which is one of the more fun paths I find, because you get to break free from Japan
or obedience.
I mean, you can be obedient, but you still eventually can come to terms, right?
Yeah.
It's cooler to fight.
So this is basically a generic part for all warlords, right?
Yeah, all the warlords and China, they all have this part, like a pretty big one, that is sort of a mixed technology and diplomacy tree, because it all relies on where we're getting help from, right?
While they have this unique path right here, which is basically obey to Japan or assert
the thing,
dominance of
the
them.
new countries can actually switch focus trees as well, so depending on what happens. So you'll actually leave your warlord focus tree and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about low stability and war
This is the
support.
last emperor of China, and he wants to be more emperor-y. In fact, Daniel, I think that's what we should play on our before release
stream.
Yeah,
Try to
I would
restore
like
the
to
empire.
really have a proper playthrough with him, because we haven't had time to do that.
Yeah, we'll
beat back the Japanese and
so we will begin
all under heaven, we shall call it.
We'll begin next Wednesday with that one, and then continue with that on Thursday.
Yes, I don't see Blondie freaking out, so I assume that's correct. He's nodding. All right, so I guess that is the schedule.
Sounds good to me.
Because, Waking the Tiger releases next Thursday.
Yes.
Do we have a time?
We never confirmed the time, but it's always the same almost. So, because you never know if Steam's going to have something.
Yeah.
But anyone who's ever bought any of our games know that we usually release around the same time. So you could, I guess, assume it's probably going to be around that time. It's up to you.
I like that.
We might disappoint you.
Yeah.
That's why we don't confirm, because it's not all in our hands, right? Since we have to ship off things. And,
yeah. But anyway, guys, I think that was most of the Waking the Tiger features. I hope you guys enjoy this, feature list where we just scramble through everything pretty quickly.
There's a bunch of details that will be in the diary as well. Especially if you've been keeping up, we've added things in some of the trees that we're going to highlight and stuff like that.
Change some stuff.
I'm going to have a tiny bit of extra stuff that we've never shown in the last diary before.
Yeah.
You'll know why when I show it. Cool. So,
cool. So
hope you liked it, and
we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya. No, we lost it.
Were you saying something?
Yeah. Are we still
can we just go back in? Oh, we forgot the achievements, and then we show them.
Hey.
Okay, sure.
So we forgot about. Of course, we have new achievements.
Yeah. So let's just do them real quick. You can use the sheet to see them, right? Because you can't open it without.
Yeah. Let's just jump in quickly to Iron Man mode.
Yeah. I was like, oh, achievements.
So let's just very quickly jump in here. Iron Man mode.
Whoop-de-doopy.
Save and play, whatever.
You're gonna forget this next time, by the way, and we will need this save game. Let's see. You're gonna have to scroll to the bottom, right? I hope they're sorted. Oh, this is all the ones we can't get now. So
not available.
Luckily, we don't have as many as E4 yet. So.
Yeah, well, here's a couple of them.
Yeah.
What was it? My ships don't lie.
My ships don't lie is there. We have a
TV stood up.
With Mousy leader,
Sunrise Invasion.
My ships don't lie. Gran Colombia have 20 capital ships. The Mexican one, is that new?
I think so.
We should have probably marked these with the thingy.
Wow. Not even marking things with thingies.
Yeah, I know. Tojo shot first, and a conveniently drawn picture, not to infringe on anyone's copyright laws. Pandemonium as a warlord, be at war with all the Chinese nations. Awake and Angry is new as well. You scroll past it, but yeah.
There, Awake and Angry.
Reconquer all of China and Manchuria and force Japanese surrender.
There are a bunch of them. How many new achievements do you have?
Is it 15?
Yeah.
something like that.
I swear I'm not a Byzantophile.
Yeah, I heard Byzantophiles are split over this one because they don't want to admit they are. So they're not sure if they should take the achievement or not. Yeah. What else we got? This we should have probably started as not Germany for this one, right?
Yeah.
But
it'll be fine.
It doesn't matter. There's a lot. They're cool. In fact, I think they're even on Steam now, so you can actually look at them. I think already. I think that's how it works. Since I think they might actually be enabled already, so you might be able to see them in your normal Steam list.
That would be pretty cool.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, now I think we actually have to end it.
Now we're actually done. Now I'm gonna go finish writing the dev diary, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week with Wobble Wednesday as usual, where we start the Manchukuo campaign and do the release stream on Thursday next week with, well, the release of Waking the Tiger.
Yes, and I'm not sure when that one's gonna be yet. So,
but we'll see.
There'll be some info on that.
Be there, be square, and you will see when it releases or something.
Yeah.
Bye.